I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a divisional matchup in the NFC South between two QBs who like to throw it around. It's Drew Brees going up against Jameis Winston. So now let's head a couple hours west of us on Interstate 4 to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa as we say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
And set to go with the ball on the tee is the rookie from Florida State, Roberto Aguayo. And off we go from Tampa. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. He juked him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And coming out to command the troops for New Orleans, Drew Brees, NFL's all-time leader in pass yards per game, did not hurt himself in Week 12. 310, 4 touchdown passes.
And you got the sense that there's a little bit more in this game than just New Orleans versus Los Angeles. There are a lot of subplots going on, but it doesn't really matter. The headliner is always Drew Brees, and he's playing at a really high level in 2016.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
10 yards still left on second down. Brees will try again on second down. Left side and caught by Flainer. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Holding offense. That penalty is declined.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Winston. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin. That'll bring up second down. Charles, as we glance back at Week 12 for a second, of all the games that were played, maybe that Chiefs-Broncos the most significant when you look at the playoff picture?
Most significant and maybe best played. I mean, think about all the excitement that went into that game, all the big plays, both sides having a chance to take control. Kansas City ultimately winning it, but Gary Kubiak, the head coach of Denver, his decision with about a minute to go to try the 62-yard field goal, that's the one that may come back because they had a chance to go ahead and take an overtime tie and put that on their record. Instead, it contributed to a loss.
Yeah, and it dropped the Broncos to 7-4. The Chiefs up to 8-3 behind the Raiders. In Week 12, Evans hit 1,000 yards, second to do that this year. Julio Jones the first, but now, the fourth player in NFL history is Mike Evans with 1,000 or more receiving yards in each of his first 3 seasons.
How about the names? Randy Moss, A.J. Green, John Jefferson.
And to arrive in that company, 8 catches, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, by the way, as well in Week 12.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. It's a 0-0 game at half, so both sides obviously love their defense and hate their offense. Moving forward, we'll just have to see if it's the first to score that wins. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Bucks set up now for the kickoff. Murphy's going to take off from the 2, and he's tackled, but not before picking up 24 yards on the kickoff. Sticking with the same drive, Fleener's the target here, and he'll be tackled at their own 34-yard line. We go to the second. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and the pass and catch will end up going for 6 yards. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Gott.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Donnell Ellerbe with a tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. Second down, Winston. Completes this one to Cecil Shorts. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So 3 quarters in the book, still no one on the scoreboard. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Winston. Pass incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Winston to throw. Goes underneath to Martin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
To throw, Winston. And he finds a man. It's Martin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Surveying the field. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. Martin. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They try again with Martin. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive slip. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So now it's up to Roberto Aguayo. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
I know it's a little bit of a controversial selection. Roberto Aguayo, the kicker out of Florida State in the 2nd round by Tampa Bay. But I think they saw those percentages, 69 of 78 in his college career in field goals, and thought, we've got to have this guy.
And kicks like that justify it. Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.